All right, so let me let you know something. So I guess you can call this part five, but today I'm gonna let you know that everybody isn't going to celebrate you. Maybe a few, and that's all you need. A lot of times in life, when we want to become better, God shows us ourselves, and then we try to become better, and then some people, they're not encouraging us, or they're not like, oh, you doing that wrong, and then we get mad or whatever. Then people be like, oh, well, if they never were your friend in the first place. Actually, they were. It's just a point where they become bitter. I don't believe in that. People say, oh, well, if they really were your friend, they never would have been like that. No, it's a point that you can become bitter. But let's talk about it. First Samuel 30:6. So David was greatly distressed because the men were talking about stoning him. And so that means everybody's sitting there, people that are talking about you or whatever the case may be. Each one was bitter in spirit because of his sons and daughters. So a lot of times people can be jealous of you, and it has nothing to do with anything you done, but just because you want to be better. But because they don't understand, and it says in the Bible, don't let yourself be bitter, they can become jealous at that point. So even though they could have been a friend all the way up to this point, then all of a sudden they may become jealous because they didn't listen to what the word says. But the rest of the scripture says, but David encouraged himself in the Lord. So there's going to be some times you got to encourage yourself in the Lord. So today I come to let you know that, regardless of whatever you're doing, if you're doing something positive, I'm going to celebrate you. So congratulations. So, I'm on your side, and I'm going to continue to pray for you so you can continue to become better. Psalms 27:14. Wait for the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Yes, wait for the Lord. Galatians 1:10. Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. In other words, it says, this is another version. Obviously, I'm not trying to win the approval of people, but of God. If I were pleasing people, where my goal, I would not be a servant of Christ. So even though, I do these videos or anything like that, sometimes you have people that say something, or, they be like, oh, why are you doing this? Or people try to report me or whatever the case may be. Regardless of the fact, I'm not here to please people. I'm here to please God. By pleasing God, the right people will be pleased. So I thank everybody for their encouragement or anything like that. And that's what keeps me going. See, I don't worry about what folk got to say. If they mad or whatever the case may be, trust me, if they want to unfriend me, all you're doing is making room for somebody else that actually want to see the real gospel, the real truth, or anything like that. And a lot of times, we just focus on what people got to say, and that we don't have to. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make yourself better, then that's what you should do. And if you ask God and you pray, God is going to show you some things and make you better. And along the way, some folk can go with you. If I was saying, hey, let's go in this room right here, this is where Jesus is at, and you're going to get delivered. And if Jesus is really in that room and somebody don't want to go, then you go, then go. Some people just aren't ready for that. Some people are afraid of spiritual heights. You can't take everybody with you. Some people can go with you, but that doesn't mean they're bad people either. But today, like I said, not everybody's going to celebrate you. And that's just how it is. God always shows you who your real friends are during tough times. Sometimes they might have been a real friend all the way up to that point. Later on in life, they may end up coming back or they may not. But maybe we'll talk about that part tomorrow. So just love you and God bless.